Oh, yes, we are. All coming out of our caves. Coming out of our caves. Music for the people. Medicine for the people. 7 feathers. Free at last, free at last. Free at last, free at last. Medicine for the people. 7 feathers, 6 strings, or some bongos. Hallelujah. For the return of love. Love lessons. 424 and 819. For anybody that is using Jesus' name to persecute our brothers and sisters, we're going to have love lessons. 424 819. For my child. This is in honor of my child. Anyone looking for answers on Google, saying the Word of God is the only word? If you're looking everywhere else and sharing YouTube information, that's not the Word of God. And you forgot how to love. So we're here to correct that. Because all Scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. Righteous behavior. That's how we're supposed to be behaving. We're supposed to be loving and kind to everyone like Jesus. And that's what we're supposed to do. If we have hate and anger and bitterness in our heart, and if something someone's saying is triggering us, it's something that we need to talk about and heal. So the self-hatred isn't projecting out into humanity. We know the vast majority of these people with angry hearts come from dysfunctional families and have a history of childhood abuse or psychological trauma. Wounded by fear and anger, they're left with little but the underlying their symptoms. Severe self-hatred. For the millions of borderline adults, it's a self-destructive cycle. It takes cognitive behavioral therapy, often addictive behavior that keeps them trapped in a zone of mental agony. Turning self-hatred into self-acceptance and eventually self-esteem, self-love is the goal of long, sometimes painful process called the healing journey. The angry heart will guide you on that journey. Back to yourself. All we got to do is look in the mirror. Anyone using Christ's name, the name of love, for anything other than positivity and healing, doesn't really know Christ. Because Christ chose the mute, the lame, the abused. Christ did. And they didn't really study the words that they preach. So we're here to correct that. The perfect relationship, who's that with? Everyone's searching for love, right? Everybody needs love. There's people searching for it in those tarot card rooms. There are people searching high and low for everything. Where are they going to find it? Inside the heart. It's an inside job. The perfect relationship and the mastery of love. Imagine a perfect relationship. Let's get some healing frequencies on real quick. Let's get some healing tunes. Nice, calm music. It's beautiful to just be nice and calm. And bring good news. It feels great. I just detach and go do my thing in the daytime, you know. I'm in my own world. And when I shut off, the rest of the world is when I can really hear from Spirit clearly. Let's see here. Flutes and Birds is calling my name. Your next memory's out there. It might be a small one or a tiny leap.
It's the memory of you alone or one with him or them.
Maybe it's alone. I love alone. There's nobody ever tricking me. I just stay real close to the Spirit all the time. Imagine a perfect relationship. You are intensely happy with your partner because you live with the perfect woman or man for you. How could you describe your life with this person? Well, the way you relate with this person will be exactly the way you relate with a dog. A dog is a dog. It doesn't matter what you do. It is going to be a dog. You are not going to change a dog for a cat or a dog for a horse. It is what it is. Just accepting this fact in your relationship with other humans is very important. You cannot change other people. You love them the way they are or you don't. You accept them the way they are or you don't. You try to change them to fit what you want them to be. It's like trying to change a dog for a cat or a cat for a horse. That is a fact. They are what they are. You are what you are. You dance or you don't dance. What happens if your mama ain't dancing and your daddy don't rock and roll? What happens when the humans aren't dancing, and where's their joy at? And what are they focusing on? And why? Why are they all searching for the truth instead of creating heaven? That's a simple question. I'd really love to know. You dance or you don't dance. You need to be completely honest with yourself to say what you want and see if you are willing to dance or not. You must understand this point because it is very important. When you truly understand, you are likely to see what is true about others and not just what you want to see. And we give as we want given, and we only keep what we have by giving it away. We reap what we sow in all our ways every day. Every word tossed out will be a word come back. You see how energy works? So when we put out good, that's what we get back. When you put out bad, that's what you get back. It's just how the law of attraction works. Galatians 6, 7, and 8. You reap what you sow. It's a harvest season for everyone that sowed all good seeds of love. It's our time to shine. Anybody that hasn't done their healing work has got a lot of work to do. It takes a brave, brave girl, brave, brave boy to return to our wounded self and heal it. Yeah. I see your true colors shining through. Tell me everything you have ever done. Every horrible thing. And let me love you anyway. That's how simple it is. And I will say, you're forgiven. Just like Jesus. It's the act of confession. Getting those things out of us. In Narcotics Anonymous, any recovery program, they will tell you our secrets keep us very sick. Makes us sick. Everything in life is a choice. My child just passed away and the suffering is over now. It's optional. But the memories and the waves of grief still hit me. And I get back up. I got through it without the use of psychotropics, antidepressants, drugs, or alcohol. One baby step at a time. And I allow myself to feel my feelings. So if you're new here, anybody, welcome to our table of love. Everyone is welcome as long as they're kind, patient, and loving to everyone. And if they're not, then they can learn to listen. When you truly understand, you are likely to see what is true about others and not just what you want to see. If you own a dog or a cat, think about how you relate to your pet. Let's consider your relationship with a dog, for example. The animal knows how to have a perfect relationship with you. When your dog does something wrong, what do you do with your dog? What do you do with the dog? Or a plant? A dog doesn't care what you do. It doesn't have any expectations. Isn't that wonderful? But what about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, or your wife? Oh man, they have so many expectations. And they are changing all the time. The dog is responsible for half of its relationship with you. One half of the relationship is completely normal. The dog's half. When you come home, it barks at you. It wags its tail. It pants because it's so happy to see you. It does its part very well. And you know it is the perfect dog. Your part is almost perfect also. You handle your responsibility. You feed your dog. You take care of your dog. You play with your dog. I think humans should have a plant. And if they can keep it alive for 3 years, and it blooms and blossoms and grows, then they can consider getting an animal. And if they can take care of the animal for 7 years, then they can consider having a child. You love your dog unconditionally. You will do almost anything for your dog. You do your part perfectly. And your dog does its part perfectly. Most people can easily imagine this kind of relationship with their dog. But why not with a woman or with a man? Do you know any woman or man who is not perfect? The dog is a dog, and that is okay with you. You don't need to be responsible for your dog to make it a dog. The dog doesn't try to make you be a good human, a good master. Then why can't we allow a woman to be a woman or a man to be a man and love that human just the way he or she is without trying to change that person? Ooh, that's that song, Change Me by Ruben Studdard. Why you want to change me? Why do we want to change anyone? Why do we think we could talk about people and make them? We can't. The only person we can change is us. That's it. Everyone's given free will. I don't know who all these human judges are. They might want to build courthouses. They're called, there's the courthouse. And they're holding on to a bunch of anger and they're making themselves sick. Not me. Well, sometimes it does make me sick, to tell you the truth. Perhaps you are thinking, but what if I am not with the right woman or the right man? That is a very important question. Of course, you have to choose the right woman or the right man. And what is the right woman or the right man? Someone who wants to go in the same direction as you do. Someone who is compatible with your views and your values, emotionally, physically, economically, spiritually. Hello, sweetie. I love you too. It was crazy over in Jamie's chat earlier. Some guy was calling me names and everything. I transmuted it pretty well. I did give him a little taste of his own nasty medicine. They don't understand the power of what's going on. People don't have a clue what's going on. I hope you're doing well, sweetie. It's unreal what's going on. I mean, unbelievable, disrespectful, nasty little mouths calling me a bitch. Girl, I laughed. I did. I said, oh, now you want to talk about that. He said he is Satan. It is what he said. I said, bless you, Lucifer. I said a prayer for him, too. I said, Lord Jesus, please reach deep into his heart. Please let him do his shadow work. Whatever's wounded him, please expose it. Wake it up in him so he can heal himself. And then he was talking about your Jesus you're waiting on. I already found Jesus. I ain't waiting on nobody. We already found it. So, these people, they said I'm crazy. Watch this. Watch what keeps happening with you. Just keep watching. Watch how energy works in my favor. I gotta show you my new blanket. I'll show you when I'm done. It says I'm a daughter of the sun and the moon and the stars. And even though I was born into this earth, my race is of the stars. And I'm April, and it says August girl on it. And my child is August. You see how the angels are working? It says August girl on it. That's when we enter Leo season. Oh, the Leos. I said, what did they send August for? My goodness sakes. I said, I'm still keep looking at it. It's on my bed. I'm blown away. Oh, I lost my page. Let's keep going. I'll show it to you. I'll send you a picture anyway. How do you know if your partner is right for you? Let's imagine that you are a man and a woman is going to choose you. If there are 100 women looking for a man, and each will look at you as a possibility, for how many of these women will you be the right man? The answer is, you don't know. That is why you need to explore and take the risk. But I tell you that the right woman for you is the woman you love, just the way she is. And you don't have the woman, you don't have the need to change at all. That's the right woman for you. You are lucky if you find the right woman for you at the same time. You are the right man for her. You are going to be the right man for her if she loves you just the way you are and she doesn't want to change you. She doesn't have to be responsible for you. She can trust that you are going to be what you claim you are, what you project you are. She can be as honest as possible and project to you what she is. She will not come to you pretending to be something you later discover she is not. The one who loves you just the way you are, like the Bruno Mars song. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Do we all have a little work to do? Of course. That's why I keep learning about love. But if someone wants to change you, it means you are not what that person wants. Then why are they with you? Why is she with you? You know, it's easy to love your dog. This is on page 77. Because your dog doesn't have the opinions about you. That's why I love the kids and the animals. They don't talk about none of this stuff the humans can't stop talking about. I mean, they're just being free. The dogs and the animals and the kids. They're not consumed with all this shenanigans. I loved hanging out with them. The dog loves you unconditionally. That is why I miss my dog so much. My child loved me unconditionally and didn't try to change me. Very few humans have that. So I'm grateful for all of you. The dog loves you unconditionally. This is important. Then if your partner loves you just the way you are, it is just like the dog loves you. You can be yourself with your partner. You can be a man or you can be a woman. Just the way the dog can be a dog with you. I'm realizing so much over here in my world. In my journey to self-discovery and self-love. My child's long-term girlfriend sent me a bunch of pictures too. And you get hit with waves of emotional flashbacks. And they hit you like an earthquake. Or a tsunami coming out of your eyeballs. Lots of people don't understand grief. Let alone traumatic grief. And then they might use careless words. Careless words. Careless whispers. You know that song, Seether did it. Seether did it. I gotta get this, hold on. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm never gonna dance again. These guilty feet have got no rhythm. Alright? It's easy to pretend, but I know I'm not a fool. I should have known better than to treat a friend. Oh, what is that? I don't know all those words. I do want to hear that. Honey, I love you too. My child, I do want to say this. You know, after my husband, my ex-husband, my child's father, and all of that abuse, I started going to raves. And he's the one who introduced me to the raves, actually. So my child was born into my spirit that I just recently found again. And my child came in 1998. And after my divorce, that's the one thing that got me through with my child. I hid it all from her. And I finally got my... Anita just said that. She lost her dancing feet. In the comments below. She said she found him again. I said, I'm so glad. After so much abuse, we might forget how to dance. We might forget how to sing. I used to only sing and dance at the bar after I'd had enough to drink. And here we are, and I'm so grateful. My child didn't think that was weird because she grew up like that. So I'm so grateful. She went out singing and dancing. Singing and dancing and being free. I had to keep saying, follow me, baby. Come on. Let's sing louder. Sing louder. Hold on, where are we here? Where was I? Right here. Good heavens, I lost my spot. The dog doesn't have opinions about you. That's important. That is important. Humans have opinions and assumptions, right? Humans do. My child was a little dancer, playing with glow sticks, until she was so wounded, and she loved being a girl. No one will ever tell me differently. Ever. I understand what happened. If they don't, that's not my problem. When you meet a person, just after the hello, it depends what kind of hello we give. Do we give a hey, hello, or is it a hello, right? When you meet a person, just after the hello, she starts sending you information right away. It's an energy exchange, synergistic energy exchange. She can hardly wait to share her dream with you. She opens her eyes. No, she opens herself. I need to open my eyes. She opens herself even if she doesn't know she's doing it. It is so easy for you to see every person just the way she is. You don't need to lie to yourself. You can see what it is you are buying, and you either want it or you don't. If everybody was being their true authentic selves. But you cannot blame the other person for being a dog or a cat or a horse. If you want a dog, then why are you getting a cat? If you want a cat, why would you get a horse or a chicken? If you want a human, love them the way they are. Don't degrade them, and don't change people to suit our needs or find a new person. That person's not for you, right? You know the kind of man or woman that you want. The one who makes your heart sing. The one who's aligned with the way you are. The one who loves you just as you are. Does it feel good when people want us to be someone we're not? Why would people want to change us? Anyone. Why set yourself up for something else? Why not get what you want? Why pretend to make someone fit what she is not? It doesn't mean you don't love her. It means you make a choice and say yes or no because you love yourself also. You make a choice and you are responsible for your choices. I'm responsible for mine. Then, if the choices are not working well, you do not blame yourself and you don't blame others. You simply make another choice. The choice is a choice. That's the good thing about changing our minds. We get another chance. But let's imagine that you get a dog and you love cats. You want your dog to behave like a cat. And you want to try to change the dog because it never says meow. What are you doing with the dog? Get a cat. This is the only way to begin a great relationship. First, you have to know what you want, how you want it, when you want it. You have to know exactly what the needs of your body are and what the needs of your mind are and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and each one is unique. Some will make a good match for you, and some won't make a good match at all. You can love everyone, but to deal with a person on an everyday basis, you will need someone more closely aligned to you. That person doesn't need to be exactly like you. The two of you only need to be like a key in the lock, a match that works, like a puzzle piece. You need to be honest with yourself and honest with everyone else. Someone who's going to meet us emotionally, spiritually, physically, and economically, matching us. You have to know what the needs of your body are, your needs of your mind, and what fits well with you emotionally, physically, economically, spiritually. Are our needs getting met? And if they're not, why? How are we speaking about it? That's what I had to do before I left Nevada. Listen, this isn't working. We're not equal here. It's more like you're not giving, and I'm depleting on the floor, and that seems to happen with a lot of women. There are millions of men and women, and each one is unique. Some will make a good match for you, and some won't make a good match at all. You can love everyone, but to deal with a person on an everyday basis, you will need someone more closely aligned. Dang, I already read that. Sorry. That person doesn't need to be exactly like you. You only need to be like the key and lock. Find a match that works. You need to be honest with yourself and honest with everyone else. Project what you feel you really are, and don't pretend to be what you're not. It's as if you're in a market. It's as if you are in a market. You're going to sell yourself. Ooh, what if we sold ourselves short? That's the prostitute archetype. People sold themselves short. Gave themselves away. Some people don't know their worth, and some people have no self-love, and they're chasing it away is what they're doing. And they don't even realize what they're doing. By not even loving their self. If they have no self-love, it's not going to come to them. It will be in vain. It will be in desperation. Lusting, not love. You're going to sell yourself, and you are also going to buy. In order to buy, you want to see the quality of what you're going to get. But in order to sell, you need to show others what you are. This isn't about being better or worse than someone else. It's about being what you are. If you see what you want, why not take a risk? But if you see it is not what you want, you are going to pay for it. Don't go around crying, "My lover abuses me," when it was so clear for you to see. Don't lie to yourself. Don't invent in people what is not there. This is the message. If you know what you want, you will find it. If you know what you want, you will find it is just like your relationship with your dog, but better. See what is in front of you, but don't be blind or pretend to see what's not there. Don't deny what you see just to get the merchandise when the merchandise will not fit your needs. When you buy something you don't need, it ends up in the garage. It's the same in a relationship. Of course, it can take years for us to learn this painful lesson, but this is a good beginning. If you make a good beginning, the rest is going to be easier because you can be yourself. Perhaps you already have a certain amount of time invested in a relationship. If you choose to keep going, you can still have a new beginning by accepting and loving your partner just as she is. But first, you're going to need to take a step back. You have to accept yourself and love yourself just the way you are. Only by loving and accepting yourself the way you are can you truly be and express what you are. You are what you are, and that is all you are. By the grace of God, I am what I am. It's 1 Corinthians 15:10. 15:10. By the grace of God, I am what I am. And Jesus loves us all equally and unconditionally. You don't need to pretend to be something else. When you pretend to be what you are not, you are always going to fail. Once you accept yourself just the way you are, the next step is to accept your partner. If you decide to be with a person, don't try to change anything about her. Just like your dog or your cat, let her be who she is. She has the right to be who she is. She has a right to be free. Ooh, all these people trying to control us, abuse of power and control. When you inhibit your partner's freedom, you inhibit your own, because you have the right to be there and see what your partner is doing or not doing. And if you love yourself so much, you are never going to give up your personal freedom. Can you see the possibilities a relationship offers? Explore the possibilities. Be yourself. Find a person who matches you, with you. So a lot of people think my vibration is way too high. And a lot of the darkness does not like all the love and light. I'm not kidding. I learned that one today. A very powerful lesson. Take the risk, but be honest. Find the people that match with your vibration. Energy goes where the mind flows. Take the risk, but be honest. Your vibe attracts your tribe. If it works, keep going. If it doesn't, then do yourself and your partner a favor. Walk away and let her go. Oh, that's a good song. Who sings that, Passenger? And you let her go. You let her cry like Hootie and the Blowfish. Don't be selfish. Give your partner the opportunity to find out what she really wants. And at the same time, give yourself the opportunity. Oh, I wrote a thank you letter after I left Nevada. I said, thank you for letting me go. I gotta go follow Jesus. Is what I said. I got big work to do. Oh, heavens. I know why the caged bird doesn't fly. I know why the caged bird sings. When people try to tell you what to do and try to take everything away from you and change you, oh, man. And it's never going to work because they'll never be pleased. They are unpleasable. It is impossible. You will never, ever measure up to this, trying to be who somebody wants you to be. Especially if they want you to be like their mother. It is not going to work. It is better to look in a different direction. Yeah. If you love your partner the way she is, if you cannot love your partner the way she is, someone else can love her just as she is. Don't waste your time and don't waste your partner's time. This is respect. If you are the provider and your partner is the addict, this is not what you want. We talked about the love and the drug yesterday. It was like a drug and a drug dealer. A provider, if one person is giving, whether it's material things, right? If you are the provider and your partner is the addict and it is not what you want, perhaps you would be happier with someone else. But if you decide to be in that relationship, do your best. We're always doing our best around here. Do your best because you are the one who's going to reap the reward. Yes, you are. If you can love your partner the way she is, if you can open your heart completely to your partner, to others, you can reach heaven through your love. If you already have a cat and you want a dog, what can you do? You can start practicing from this point forward. You have to aim for a new beginning by cutting your ties with your past and starting all over again. You don't have to have attachments to the past. Let me repeat that. We don't have to have attachments to the past. All of us can change. And it can be for better. For better and for worse, right? Through thickness and thin, I'm going to stand by you. Even if we can't find heaven. I used to sing that to my little child from prison, the lyrics. That was my song. I'm gonna stand by you. Even if we can't find heaven. I'll walk through hell with you. Love, you're not alone. I'm gonna stand by you. That was to my angel. This is a new beginning for you to forgive whatever happened between you and your partner. How about between you and anyone? This is a new beginning, a new chapter, a new moon, a new mastery of self-love, a new world, a new vision, a new light, a new hope, a new dawn. Oh, that's what it says on there. On the altar. It's a butterfly. It's a flag. It says there's a new dawn, a new life, and the sweetest miracles everywhere, every day. It depends what. Oh, stand by me, heavens of Betsy. Beautiful heavens of Betsy. Stand by me. That's it. That's a good movie. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me, right? What? Let me write a date right here. This is a new beginning. Even though I've already read this several times. It sounds even more new now. I bet I read it before my child passed. So hello, Delaney, sweetie. You'll never be alone. This is a 5/12 of 2021. This is our Saturn retrograde return of love. I gotta show you this bed real quick. Which moon? I'm just in awe over here at the way the angels work here. Because I am not an August child. Look at this bedding. All right? This is my birthday gift to myself for all my hard work. I've been looking at it. There's a blanket that goes with it, too. That one up there says, "Stay wild, moonchild." It's like a quote blanket. It says, "August, girl. I am a daughter of the sun, moon, and stars. And even though I have been born into this world, my race is of the stars. My child is August. I'm an April girl. My child is August. I did not order an August one. I dance with the moon. I love this one. I just shared it on Facebook, you guys. If you feel like you don't fit into this world, it's because you're here to help create a new one. Amen. And women. Don't ever forget the women. There's the tree. Oh, yes. And when we're working with all that energy. Oh, what a sweet, beautiful blanket that is. It's like a cover. A duvet cover, you know. A duvet cover. Since we're working with the elements and the sun and the moon. And look at when it came, you guys. Right before the blood moon. Woo-hoo! You guys don't even know I'm ready for this. I'm so excited about other things that I have to keep processing my grief as well. I get some pictures from people off of Facebook, and I'm just sobbing for a second. I'm getting confirmation that I need to I'm ready to start moving around, and I need to go talk to that guy, and I'm gonna go see my dog, and I'm harvesting up and getting myself together. I gotta go talk to somebody. Can I get a witness? That's what they say in the church on Delaney. Amen. Oh, yes. And they say it again. Say it again. Can I get a witness? Hallelujah, what's happening? I gotta go check out some things before I make any long-term decisions. And I'm like, the Spirit done took hold of me. This is a new beginning for you to forgive whatever happened between you and your partner or anyone in this whole world. Hold some in your hands. Whatever it is, a lighter. Nothing that's going to break. And act like you've been holding on to something. Whether you want the truth, whether you want justice, whether you are holding on to judgments, unforgiveness, or anything under the sun. It is your chance right now to forgive it and let it go. And that is when the Spirit starts working miracles. Forgive anybody. Make amends wherever it is possible if the humans are suffering. Forgive ourselves and make amends with people. If they're suffering, we're suffering by choice. Let it go because it was nothing but personal importance. It was nothing but misunderstanding. It was nothing but someone being hurt and trying to get even. And that's what's going on with the elites. You see what I'm saying? It's unreal what's going on. It's all projection and gaslighting all over the world. We're like in a fucking Jerry Springer show that never ends until we end it. Until we click off. That's when it happens. It's not worth whatever happened in the past to spoil the possibility that you can reach heaven in a relationship. We can reach the state of heaven by changing our mind. Do not be conformed to this world or its ways, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I do believe that's in the book of Romans. Have the courage to go for it 100% or let it go in everything. Let go of the past and begin every day at a higher level of love. No, I'll have to check it out. I will have to check it out. There's higher love. Have you heard that Kygo song, Delaney? Whitney and Kygo, Kygo, higher love. Think about it. There must be higher love. And somebody said that to me under the comments. I said I lost my child, and somebody said, here, you dropped this. And a little crown. And said, she's singing with Whitney. Or Michael. On a Michael Jackson video. And I said, she sure is. When I was here in the winter by myself, crying, I was leaving comments. And other people were grieving. And they would leave a little comment. And it was beautiful. They would say, I'd imagine your angel is singing with Whitney and Michael. I said, oh, what a glorious vision that is. Thank you so much. I would imagine she is. This will keep the fire alive and make your love grow even more. It pours out onto us. There's so many blasted notifications. Yeah, and there's another higher love that Whitney did. They use Whitney's voice as well. And in Kygo, it's a dancier version. It's much dancier. It's kind of like electronic-y. It's a dance song. And that's what gets us going, right? You think sitting around in the bed watching the news or whatever you spend your time on is what gets us moving? Oh, no way. You will be stuck. You might be screaming at the television. You might be in shock half the time. Who knows? It depends on what you're watching. It depends what you're feeding. Your eyes, your heart, your ears, your mind, your body, and your soul. You could eat whatever you want under the sun. You're not defiled by what you put into you, but what comes out of you. It says in the Bible. So what if I just pray over absolutely everything? And I bless absolutely everything. And I don't have worries like the rest of humanity. And I'm really easy with myself. That's a pretty big freedom, isn't it? It's almost like some people are punishing themselves, living in fear of eating things. And I don't understand it. I do so good that I never punish myself anymore. Ever. I'm very kind to myself. I deserve it. If other people can't be kind to me, that's their problem, not mine. I love myself enough to say no thank you to abuse. Oh, goodness sakes, where are we? This is a new beginning. Let go because it was nothing but personal importance. It's not worth whatever happened in the past to spoil the possibility that you can reach heaven in a relationship. Have the courage to go for it 100% or let it go. Let go of the past and begin every day at a higher level of love. This will keep the fire alive and make your love grow even more. It is Mental Health Month. May. Mental Health Awareness. May. Here in America. So I'm on fire over there for trauma survivors on the fake book. So I can't even keep up with those notifications. My dear heavens, it's a list 10,000 miles long. Of course, you need to look at what it means to have the good moments and the bad moments. It's about balance. If being emotionally or physically abused is a bad moment, I don't know if the couple should keep going. If a bad moment is that someone loses her job, something is wrong at work, or someone has an accident, that is another kind of bad moment. If the bad moments come from fear, if they come from lack of respect, humiliation or hatred, I don't know how many bad moments a couple can survive. I don't know how humans could live off of that. Fear, lack of respect for others, humiliation and hatred. They're sick if they're living like that. And they'll keep reaping exactly what they're sowing. Whatever they're seeking is what they're reaping. If the bad moments come from fear, if they come from a lack of respect or humiliation or hatred, I don't know how many bad moments any human could survive. It says a couple. In a relationship with your dog, you can have a bad moment. For whatever reason it happens. An accident, a bad day at work, whatever. You come home and the dog is there barking at you, tail wagging, looking for your attention. You don't feel like playing with the dog, but the dog is there. The dog will not feel hurt that you don't want to play because it doesn't take it personally. Once the dog celebrates your arrival and finds out you don't want to play, the dog goes off and plays by itself. The dog doesn't want to stay there and insist that you be happy. Sometimes you can feel more support from your dog than from a partner who wants to make you happy. Dang, dogs can read emotions so good that when I'm sad, Buster comes and licks my tears. And he comes and wants to be by me. And he bumps in my arm. And animals. The dog. It has nothing to do with your partner. Perhaps you have a problem. And, hold on a second. The dog doesn't want to stay there and insist that you be happy. Well, the dog might even try to cheer you up. Dogs are so smart. See, the animals, they're not watching the telly, and they don't read the paper, and they don't wear shoes, and they don't watch YouTube. The animals, they're just being animals. It's the humans that got egos and some control issues, some addictions to finding the truth, claiming to have the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help them, God. They're using Jesus' name to go crucify people with words. I'm blown away by what's going on. So I just talk with the animals more than the humans. It's much more peaceful. The animals, they're great. And the kids at the park, they are not worried about all this stuff because they're not watching it. The little kids, I hope they're not watching the news. I hope if the parents can't resist the need to know, they are watching it away from their children. I do. Sometimes you can feel more support from your dog than from your partner who wants to make you happy. If you don't feel like being happy and you only want to be quiet, it's nothing personal. It has nothing to do with your partner. Perhaps you have a problem and you need to be quiet. But that silence can cause your partner to make a lot of assumptions. What did I do now? It's because of me. It has nothing to do with your partner. It's nothing personal. Left alone, the tension will go away and you will return to happiness. That is why the key in the lock has to be a match. Because if one of you has a bad moment or an emotional crisis, and your agreement is to allow each other to be what you are at that moment, then the relationship is another story. It is another way of being, and the whole thing can be very beautiful. Relationship is an art. The dream that two create is more difficult to master than one. To keep the two of you happy, you have to keep your half perfect. You are responsible for your half, and your half has a certain amount of garbage. Your garbage is your garbage. The one who has to deal with that garbage is you, not your partner. The one who has to deal with our own stuff, not projecting it on others. If your partner tries to clean your garbage, she's going to end up with a broken nose. Ooh, we have broken nose. We have to learn not to put your nose where no one wants it. And they call that mind your business and stay in your own lane where I come from. And this is the same with your partner's half. Your partner has a certain amount of garbage. Knowing your partner has garbage, you allow her to deal with your own garbage. You are going to love her and accept her with all of her garbage. You are going to respect her garbage. You are not in the relationship to clean your partner's garbage. She is going to have to clean her own. Even if your partner asks for your help, you have the choice to say no. Saying no doesn't mean you don't love or accept your partner. It means you are not able or you don't want to play that game. That's what I'm saying. I'm not playing this game anymore. I said no thank you to all these games. For example, if your partner gets angry, you can say you have the right to be mad. But I don't have to be mad because you are mad. I didn't do anything to cause your anger. Oh, so nobody has the right to project their anger on others. Oops, wrong book. That's a good one too. The Tree of Love and the Tree of Fear. Chapter 13. What happens when we're fed healthy, positive thoughts? And what happens when we're fed negative thoughts? If people accept them and hold on to them, it's killing humans. All this projection and gaslighting is driving people deeper into the pits of hell. Suicide. And they're guilty. They've got a lot of blood on their hands. If anybody's died, they don't understand what's going on. what bullying does to people. And they have a problem. Torturing the minds of humanity, diminishing the spirits of all of us. They got issues they need to deal with. They got a lot of garbage they need to deal with. You have the right to be mad, but I don't have to be mad because you are. I didn't do anything to cause your anger. You don't have to accept your partner's anger at all. You don't have to accept anybody's. It's their issue. You can politely hand it back to them. But you can allow her to be angry. There is no need to argue. Just allow her to be what she is. I did this book in class in prison. Allow her to heal without intervening. And you can also agree not to interfere with your own healing process. Let's say that you are a man and you are happy. And for whatever reason, your partner cannot be happy. She has personal problems. She is dealing with her garbage. And she is unhappy. Because you love her, you will support her. But supporting her doesn't mean you are going to be unhappy because she's unhappy. This is not support at all. If she's unhappy and you get unhappy, you both sink. The movie The Shack. If you are happy, your happiness can bring her happiness back. He was going to lose his family. Is it buffering? I am. Over his anger. He was going to lose his life in front of his eyes, his wife, his kids, being hateful and judgmental. Hanging on to things he could let go of. And it was a powerful lesson on judgment and forgiveness. If we're judging anybody, that's the same way we're going to get judged. If she's unhappy and you get unhappy, both of you sink. If you are happy and your happiness can bring her happiness back. In the same way, if you are down and she is happy, her happiness is your support. For your own sake, let her be happy. And don't even try to take her happiness away. Don't take the sunshine away, right? Whatever happens in your work, don't come home and throw your poison at her. Be silent and let her know it's nothing personal. You're just dealing with yourself. You can say, keep being happy. Keep playing, and I will join you. And when I can enjoy your happiness, I will join you when I can enjoy your happiness. But right now I need to be alone. If you understand the concept of the wounded mind, you would understand the reason why romantic relationships are so difficult. The emotional body is sick. It has wounds. It has poison. If we are not aware that we are sick or our partner is sick, we become selfish. The wounds hurt, and we have to protect our wounds, even from the ones we love. But if we have the awareness, we can have different agreements. When we are aware that our partner has emotional wounds and we love our partner, we certainly don't want to touch her wounds. We don't want to push her to heal her wounds. We don't want to push her. We don't want her to push us to heal our wounds. Take the risk and take the responsibility to make a new agreement with your partner or anyone in your life. Not an agreement that you read in a book, but an agreement that works for you. If it doesn't work, change the agreement and create a new one. Use your imagination to explore new possibilities, to create new agreements based on respect and love. Communication through respect and love is the whole key to keeping the love alive and never getting bored in your relationship. It's about finding your voice and stating your needs. It's about trusting yourself and trusting your partner. This is on page 88. What you are going to share with your partner is not the garbage, but your love. It's your love. It just does something to me. It sends a shock right through me. I can't get enough. See, when the Spirit just takes over. And if you wonder about the spell I'm under, right? It's love of Spirit. And the Great Spirit just loves us so much. So what are all these humans doing, judging each other? All of us. I'm blown away. They make my head spin right round, baby, baby, right round. My head is like boom, exploding watching the humans. I'm blown away. What you're going to share with your people in your life is not the garbage, but your love, your romance, and your understanding. Compassion. Empathy. Not sympathy. The goal is for the two of you to be happier and happier. And that calls for more and more love. You are the perfect man or woman. And your partner is the perfect human. Just as the dog is the perfect dog. If you treat your partner with love and respect, who is going to get the benefit? No one else but you. If we treat all humans with the same love and respect that we want, the same grace and forgiveness and mercy, the same compassion and time and space and peace to heal, what do you think would happen? If we gave all the humans the love and the positivity and changed the frequency and set the tone properly. Hi, Jamie. That was real interesting earlier. And I'm really working at transmuting name calling. I truly am. If we change the tone. The disrespect and lack of compassion for a grieving mother who has anxiety and panic disorders and is still healing from traumatic grief of finding my child and what it does to the human psyche. I'm a healer. And so when people are being, those egos, those human egos are the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. If we set the tone, our mother can hear us. The earth. Go slowly. And if you start chanting, praying, in my space, in my time, I flow with the Spirit. And that is how easily, in the Kabbalah, mental transmutation, chakras, because we're energy. I don't have to accept any of those, anything anyone says. I'm already free over here creating heaven. And it's my harvest season for all of my seeds and the love seeds and the good news I planted. It's a harvest season. I keep saying it on the social media. It's a harvest season for all of us that planted all of our seeds of love. It's healing time. Feed your mind, body, and soul positivity and watch how fast heaven comes. It's all right, Delaney. He was telling me he was going to come over and have my pussy, is what he said, girl. I was just like watching him. I was up there talking. Girl, Delaney would have had his ass. Don't disrespect the feminines now, boys. Listen, wait till they found out God ain't a man. Wait till they find out that all men came from a woman. And they got their name from a woman. And wait till they find out that it's going to be the women who lead the healing. You just wait, girl Delaney. I about died. I was on my other end. I was giggling inside. Because I said a whole prayer for him. Girl, I stopped what I was doing and said a prayer. I said a prayer, honey. They don't know that no weapon formed against me shall ever prosper. They don't know that any tongue that rises is going to reap what it sows. They have no idea how much I fast and pray. They have no idea what's going on over here because I'm doing miracles. Watch this. You watch how my spirit works. Go on ahead and follow that devilish shit. Go on ahead. I said Lucifer. He said he is Lucifer. He said he is the devil. Then he was talking about Jesus. He was talking about Jesus. He said Jesus sucks dick, I think. I said, listen, don't be talking about Jesus now. Listen. There's some raunchy talking right then. I said, oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, my stars in heaven, Jesus, get your children. I said, please touch into his heart. I was holding my hand up to. Oh, goodness, so we got to take a moment. Lord, let's get our words correct around here. Be impeccable with your word. Do not use your word to gossip about others. Right, that was the craziest moment. I just happened to pop in. Oh, gosh. You never fucking know what you're going to walk into or what's going to happen. You get up on somebody else's stage. I got my own stage over here, thank you very much. And I will block those little troll haters. I don't care if they're real people. That is nasty talking. Don't disrespect the feminine. Oh, look up White Buffalo Calf Woman prophecy. She will strike you with a lightning bolt. Keep playing around. He said he'll have my pussy tonight, is what he said. I said this pussy ain't for sale. My ninja is what I said. They got it all the way twisted. They must be circumcised. Wait till they find out. Have some humble American pie. The day the music died, they're not listening to music. I'm over here creating heaven. Calling on angels. What you are going to share with your partner is not the garbage, but your love, your romance, all the people in our lives. That's what we get back. Your understanding. Like, dang it, escape. What I need from you is understanding. How can we communicate if you don't hear what I say? Listen, Jesus and the angels, 13 feet tall, holy archangels, all of them, they are watching this and cheering us on every time we stand up. Wait till I get the trumpet going across the United States. Just hold on a second. Stay tuned. Compassion and empathy coming to an area near you. It's about to get louder up in here. The goal is for the two of you to be happier and happier. And that calls for more and more love. We need more. Turn up the love up in here. Turn it up all the way up. You are the perfect man or woman, and your partner is the perfect human. Look at this lava rock. You think I should keep an eye on volcanoes? I bet you that the universe speaks to me and shows me exactly what to keep an eye on, so I don't have to listen to any of the humans. Once you're connected with the spirit, you don't have to seek anymore. You already let go a while ago. You are the perfect man or woman, and your partner is the perfect human. Just as the dog is the perfect dog. If you treat your partner with love and respect, if you treat everyone with love and respect, who is going to get the benefit? No one else but you. Heal your half, and you are going to be happy. If you can heal that part of you, then you are going to be ready for a relationship without fear, without need. But remember, you can only heal your half. If you are in a relationship and you work with your half and your partner works with the other half, you will see how quickly progress is made. You know how mad that guy got when I prayed for him and sent so much love? I mean, pissed off. They did not want the love. I mean, so pissed off. They were all calling me names. I'm not kidding. I'm not even joking. And I was just like laughing at him at the other side. And when that guy, I said, get up here and talk shit then. And he got up there and he was babbling on. And I started playing Spirit Breakout and singing it. Spirit Breakout. I was singing over him. And then I finally just fucking left this fucking shit show. This fucking one-man circus is out of here. I got my own circus and hula hoop over here. I don't need none of that shenanigans. If that's what they do for fun, no thank you. If we treat everyone, love and partner respect, who is going to get the benefit? No one else but you. Stay on in hell over there. Heal your half, and you are going to be happy. Hell yeah, I did. I spoke scripture and everything. Wait till this trumpet blasts through all this stuff. I already did it on Teach channel. You can heal that part of you, and then you're going to be ready for a relationship without fear and without need. But remember, you can only heal your half, and your partner works with the other half. You will see how quickly progress is made. Love is what makes you happy. And if you become the servant of love, your partner becomes the servant of love. You can just imagine all the possibilities when you start serving love, and that's what you get back. If you're serving hate, that's what you get back. It's a healer, and you will get served what you serve. The universe is smacking people right in the head with everything they dish out. It's coming like, and people don't even see what's going on. And they're searching high and low and everywhere. And they won't let go. And it's funny to watch. It's sad to watch some of it. Some of them are just, this is like a Jerry Springer show that never ends. The humans. Unless you go find the animals. Shut the humans off. Lord have mercy. But remember, you can only heal your half. If you are in a relationship and you work with your half, and your partner works with the other half, you will see how quickly progress is made. Love is what makes you happy. And if you become the servant of love, and your partner becomes the servant of love, and you can imagine all the possibilities, the day will come when you can be with your partner with no guilt, no shame, no blame, no anger, and no sadness. That day will be wonderful when you can be completely open, only to share, only to serve, only to give your love. The funny thing is nobody has to do anything. Don't say nothing. Don't go do nothing to nobody. It's like some people are sitting here making up fake accounts to come and give it to me, too. I see what's going on. It's so, and I don't do nothing. I report people who are hateful, and I just keep on moving. I do, because they'll stop it if you keep reporting them. All that hacking and all those little porn sites, they keep giving me all this crazy stuff coming against me. They don't understand. I see what's happening. I see people serving their own dishes of karma. Their own bad medicine is on their fucking dinner plate. And they're crying about it in other chats. I've seen a lot of people who go against me and lie about me too. And I'm watching it. I don't have to do nothing. And we serve our own plates. Literally. With our words. Everything we put out is coming back to us. And that's what we eat. The supper. Once you decide to be a couple, you are there to serve the one you love, the one you choose. You are there to serve your love to your lover, to be each other's servant. In every kiss, every touch, you feel you are each there to please the one you love without expecting anything back. More than sex, it's about being together. The sex becomes wonderful also, but it's completely different. Sex becomes a communion. Sex becomes a complete surrendering, a dance, an art, a supreme expression of beauty. And when it's lacking, there could be lack of self-love and self-care. And the shame of churches when it comes to sexuality, and the shame attachments with loving ourselves is pretty backwards in this world. Even the human touch. This is pretty anti-love movement going on. All of it. You can make an agreement that says, I like you. You are wonderful. And you make me feel so good. I'll bring the flowers and you bring the soft music. We'll dance and we'll both go to the clouds. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's romantic. It's no longer a war of control. It's about service. But you can only do that when the love you have for yourself is very strong. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. The flowers and the music. It's about serving each other. I think I just need to go spread this message. That's what Jesus came to do. He didn't come to be served, but to serve humans. Meaningful sacrifice. He served all those outside of the church. We're going to go on. Page 91, like Psalm 91. The magical kitchen. Imagine that you have a magical kitchen in your home. In that magical kitchen, you can have any food you want from any place in the world in any quantity. You never have to worry about what to eat. Whatever you wish for, you can have at your table. You are very generous with your food. If you give your food unconditionally to others, you do. You give your food unconditionally. That is in Matthew 25. I just shared it on Facebook. What you did for your brother or sister. When I was thirsty, you gave me a drink. And they said, when did we do this for you, Master? And he said, whenever you did this for your brothers or sisters, you did it for me. You are very generous with your food. You give your food unconditionally to others, not because you want something in return from them. I That's what we're fighting about earlier, me and my mom. Money. Humans have seemed to worship money over human beings and have lack of compassion. Whoever comes to your home, you feed just for the pleasure of sharing your food. And your house is always full of people who come to eat the food from your magical kitchen. Then one day someone knocks at your door, and it's a person with a pizza. You open the door and the person looks at you and says, "Hey, do you see this pizza? I'll give you this pizza if you let me control your life." If you just do whatever I want you to do, you are never going to have to starve because I can bring you pizza every day. You just have to be good to me. Can you imagine your reaction? In your kitchen, you can have the same pizza, even better. Yet this person comes to you and offers you food. If you just do whatever he wants you to do, you're going to laugh and say, "No, thank you. I don't need your food. I have plenty of food." You can come into my house and eat whatever you want, and you don't have to do anything. Don't believe I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. No one will manipulate me with food. No one will manipulate me with anything. Now imagine exactly the opposite. Several weeks have gone by and you haven't eaten. You're starving. And you have no money in your pocket to buy food. The person comes with the pizza and says, "Hey, there's food here. You can have this food if you just do what I want you to do." You can smell the food and you are starving. You decide to accept the food and do whatever that person asks of you. My dear heavens, I just had a revelation that the Roman Empire has been helping the street children and taking them in off the street all this time and abusing them. Oh, my dear stars in heaven, I'm just covered in chills. Oh, dear, what can the matter be? Oh, dear. Oh, my gosh. What's going on in this world? That just hit me like a fucking ton of bricks in my brain. If you just do what I want you to do, we'll give you some food. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Whew. Hey, here's this food. You can have this food if you just do what I want you to do. You can smell the food and you are starving. You decide to accept the food and do whatever that person asks of you. You eat some food and he says, "If you want more, you can have more. But you have to keep doing what I want you to do." That almost gave me a wave of sickness. You have food today, but tomorrow you may not have food. So you agreed to do whatever you can for food. You can become a slave because of food. Because you need food, because you don't have it. Then after a certain time you have doubts. You say, "What am I going to do without my pizza? I cannot live without my pizza. What if my partner decides to give the pizza to someone else? My pizza. Ooh, how's this working with the internet? Ooh, become a slave for the internet." Wow. I cannot live without my pizza. Oh, I cannot live without my YouTube. I cannot live without my phone. What if my partner decides to give the pizza to someone else? My pizza. Now imagine that instead of food, we're talking about love. Let's talk about love, 'cause people are talking about people. I hear them whisper, they ain't even whispering. You won't believe it. They think we've lost our minds. We're not undercover. We're going loud and proud with this love movement. It's got to be so much louder than all the hate and the lies and the fear and confusion. I'm not kidding. You have an abundance of love in your heart. You have not found the love for yourself. Oh, man. You have love, not just for yourself, but for the whole world once you love yourself. You love so much you don't need anyone's love. You share your love without condition. You don't love if. You are a millionaire in love and someone knocks on your door and says, hey, I have love for you here. You can have my love if you just do whatever I want you to do. When you are full of love, what is going to be your reaction? You will laugh and say, thank you, but I don't need your love. I have the same love here in my heart, even bigger and better, not a heart made of stone. And I share my love without condition. So whoever you are, I love you. And I hope you know how especially essential you are. And that love, and the proper amount of love, and time, and space, and peace will heal all of humanity. For anybody that hasn't gotten a new heart yet, addictive personalities, you love so much that you don't need anyone's love. You share your love without condition. You don't love if. You are a millionaire in love and someone knocks on your door and says, hey, I have love for here. You can have my love if you just do what I want you to do. Oh, I already read this. I'm going to read it again. When you are full of love, the Holy Grail and the Jacob's ladder pineal is flowing, the land flowing with milk and honey. When you are full of cups of love, what is going to be your reaction? I must have needed to read it again. You will laugh and say thank you, but I don't need your love. I have the same love here in my heart, even bigger, and better, and I share my love without condition. Cups of love overfloweth in the Holy Grail. When you are full of love. Nobody can steal my sunshine if I don't let them. They can't steal the love or the light, no matter how hard they try. Perfect love casts out all darkness, demons. I've been given the authority to lay hands on the sick, to cast out demons, and transmute. That is how the spirit works. Energy ninjas. They don't even know how energy works yet. But what is going to happen if you are starving for love? If you don't have that love in your heart and someone comes and says, you want a little love? Put a little love in your heart. You can have my love if you just do what I want you to do. If you're starving for love and you taste that love, you are going to do whatever you can for that love. And you can even be so needy that you give your whole soul just for a little attention. Your heart is like a magical kitchen. If you open your heart, you already have all the love you need. There is no need to go around the world begging for love or attention. That's what it sounds like. Someone please love me. I'm desperate. I don't even love myself. That's when you find love. You'll say, someone, please love me. Nobody loves me. Woe is me. I'm so lonely. I'm not good enough for love. I'm not worthy. Right? I need someone to love me, to prove that I'm worthy of love. We have love right here inside of us, but we don't see this love. Humans are searching high and low for all these answers. Can you see the drama humans create when they believe they don't have love? They are starving for love. And when they taste a little love from someone else, that creates a big need. They become needy and obsessive about that love. Then it becomes a big drama. What am I going to do if he leaves me? How can I live without her? How will I ever survive? I will survive. Though as long as I know how to love, I know I will survive. Right? I got all my love to give, and I got all my life to live, and I'll survive. Hey, hey. They cannot live without the provider, the one who provides them with the everyday doses. And for that little piece of love, because they are starving, they allow other people to control their lives. That is the prostitute archetype. In the archetypes, when we sell ourselves short, people that are desperate for attention, money, fame, anything, lusting, selling ourselves short up the corporate ladder in the business, whatever it is. Could be anything. Sold yourself short. And there's no one to blame. You got yourself into your own mess. Just open your heart and your mind. Is it really fair to feel this way inside? Oh, baby, someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Until then, baby, don't you let him hold you down and make you cry. Don't you know? Don't you know? Things will change. Things will go your way. Actually, if you let go is when it goes your way. That's where the magic happens. Keep going. And keep creating. Someone who cannot live without a provider. They cannot live without the provider. The one who provides them with the everyday doses. And for that little piece of love, because they are starving, they allow other people to control their lives. They let others tell them what to do, what not to do, how to dress, how not to dress, how to behave, how not to behave, what to believe, what not to believe, forcing people with beliefs, forcing beliefs on others, abusive power and control. I love you if you behave this way. I love you if you let me control your life. I love you only if you are good to me. If not, then forget it. The problem with humans is that they don't know they have a magical kitchen in their heart. All this suffering begins because we long ago closed our hearts and we no longer feel the love that's there. Like hush money, you got it right, girl. Hey, Tracy B, sweetie. All this suffering. It's called the prostitute archetype as well. I was just fighting with my mom about money. And I'm just blown away of the lack of empathy, like I'm on disability and I just lost my child. And I'm about to just leave anyway. So I said, Jesus wouldn't charge rent. And Jesus would give me that Kia Soul for free. I never got a car. In high school, my sister did. She was good. I was bad. I didn't even get a car. I'm shaking so bad sometimes. It gives me like headache when I start arguing with somebody. It's almost like I'm going to flip at some point. I can feel the blood pressure rising and stuff. I'm not kidding. I love you if you let me control your life. I love you only if you're good to me. If not, then forget it. The problem with humans is that they don't know they have a magical kitchen in their heart. All this suffering begins because long ago we closed our hearts and we no longer feel the love that is there. At some point in our life, we became afraid to love because we believed love isn't fair. Love hurts. Well, love isn't supposed to hurt. Nazareth wrote a song about that. Love hurts. Love starts, right? Love wounds and hurts any heart. Nazareth, is that what Jesus said? Love hurts. He tried to love everybody too. Some people hate the love. I found that out today. We tried to be good enough for someone else. We tried to be accepted by someone else and we failed. We have already had 2 or 3 lovers and a few broken hearts. To love again is to risk too much. Oh no. We might end up alone and miserable. Blocking our own love. Of course, we have so many self-judgments that we can't possibly have any self-love. And if there's no love for ourselves, how can we even pretend that we share love with someone else? When we go into a relationship, we become selfish because we are needy. It's all about me. We are so selfish that we want the person with whom we are sharing our life to be as needy as we are. We want someone who needs me. That's codependency. In order to justify our existence, if we don't love ourselves, I guess. In order to feel that we have a reason to be alive, we think we are searching for love, but we are searching for someone who needs me. Someone we can control and manipulate. There is a war of control in human relationships because we were domesticated to compete for the control of the attention. What we call love, someone who needs me, someone who cares about me, isn't love. It's selfishness. I'm not just getting up and talking for my fame. This is some healing sacred work here. What we call love, someone who needs me, someone who cares about me, isn't love, it's selfishness. Is it for selfish gain? How can that work? Selflessness doesn't work because there is no love there. Both people are starving for love. In the sex they have, they taste a little love and it becomes addictive because they are starving for love. But then all the judgments are there, all the fear, all the blame, all the drama. Then we search for advice on love and sex. Oh, people are searching everywhere for advice. So many books are written about it. And it's like a meeting of the minds all over for hours and hours. And hardly any of it's really about healing and good news. I've been listening. I think I was meant to pop in these huge channels for a reason. And out of the 3 that I popped in, 4, Hawkeye, there's two that are at the vibration I'm at. When we search for advice on love and sex, so many books are written about it. And just about all these books could be called How to Be Sexually Selfish. The intent is good, but where is the love? People killing, people dying, children hurting, hear them crying. When you practice what you preach, would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. These people got me questioning. Instead of talking about the homeless, let's rehabilitate people. Instead of talking about people, why don't we use all of our energy for something healing? I'm watching who's talking about what. Humans, other humans. I'm watching humans sitting around fucking judging everybody. It blows in my mind. This world is selfish. In a lot of ways. And greed and pride are manifesting very powerfully in the egos of lots of people. And they're going to learn about love very soon. The Spirit's pouring down. This is Joel 2:28 and Acts 2:20. So anybody that didn't study, the day the sun turns black and the moon blood red, this is no joke. So they're manifesting real quick. They're going to be manifesting their own destiny. We're on the right frequency here. The intent is good, but where is the love? They are not learning about love. There is nothing to learn about love. Everything is already there in our genes, in our nature. We don't have to learn anything except we invent in this world of illusion in the Truman Matrix show. The Matrix Truman show. In the land of judges. We search for love outside of ourselves when love is all around us. Oh, Tesla said it too. Tesla, the band. Love is all around you. Can't you see it? Love is knocking outside your door. Are you listening to your mind, body, and soul? Following your heart. Love is everywhere. But we don't have the eyes to see it. Our emotional body is no longer tuned into love. It's tuned into finding the truth. Not about love. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? It could be like a sister Christian, oh, the time has come. And you know that you're the only one to say, okay, Tracy B, are you fracking kidding me? They sent me the wrong thing today. Look. Look at, I'm laughing at it. I gotta get my bed right. I just keep looking at it. I'm not August. My child is. I still am giggling. August 8/19. 2 9s facing each other makes a heart. I'm not sending it back. Apparently my angel's here. Working overtime. It's a quote blanket. They sent you the wrong shirt. What's the shirt? What's it supposed to say? Isn't that crazy? I'm April and not August. All right. I just said, okay, that's interesting. That's amazing. What's going on? Just in general. I mean, all the things happening. What kind of shirt? Not today, Jolene, she said. Send it back. I'm blown away. That was my birthday gift to myself. Meet me on the wild side. Heck yeah. That's that Alicia Cara song. Wild Things. We'll be over here with our drums. So hey, we brought our drums and this is how we dance. Make no mistaking. Something about our 808s. Because we don't need your approval. They're saying we don't need it. We have no apologies for being. Find me where the wild things are. We are free to be us. What's it say instead of that? Oh, that's crazy. Our emotional body is no longer tuned into love, and people sometimes really don't like it or love it, and they don't want it. We are so afraid of love because it isn't safe to love. Humans are afraid to breathe on each other. Humans are afraid to touch each other. Humans are afraid of love. The fear of rejection frightened us. It's very, very frightening. It's okay. We'll get through it together. We have to pretend to be what we're not. We have to try to be accepted by our partner when we don't accept ourselves. But the problem is not that our partner rejects us. The problem is that we reject ourselves because we are not good enough. We don't even believe we're good enough. Because that is what we believe. We are so afraid to love because it isn't safe to love. We are so afraid to lay hands on the sick. Some people don't even know we have that power. They're too worried about what's going on in the media to know that power. When we have heat coming out of our hands. It says not today, Jolene. Wear that. Wear it. Keep it. It's a message. It's a message. It's going to be perfect on the right day. You can send it back. I would wear a shirt that says not today, Jolene. Hell yeah, I would. My hoodie says, you smell like drama and a headache. Please get away from me. Not today, Jolene. The problem is the fear of rejection is frightening. Very, very frightening. Thunderbolts of lightning. Very, very frightening. It's a Bohemian Rhapsody. The problem is that we reject ourselves. And then we seek outside approval. Because we are not good enough. Because that is what we believe. You'll just have to buy the other one. Meet me on the wild side. That'll be your wild day, and then the other day will be your not today, Jolene day. We have one of those moments too. I think that was meant to be. I think that was meant to be. I just busted up laughing. I said, August. I said, really? Thank you, Angel, letting me know you're here. Self-rejection is the main problem. You are never going to be good enough for your else. When the idea of perfection is completely wrong. It's a false concept. It's not even real. You'll have to start practicing that one real good. You believe it. Not being perfect. You reject yourself, and the level of self-rejection depends on how strong the adults were in breaking your integrity. After domestication, it is no longer about being good enough for anyone else. You are no longer good enough for yourself because the big judge is always there reminding you that you are not perfect. As I said, I think people that go around doing that to each other must have had that done to them a lot. And I've been watching bully behavior on the trans kids for quite a while. I've been watching bully narcissistic behavior for quite a while, predatory behavior. Because bullies are murderers, threats and intimidation, stalking, all of those things that make people feel unsafe and all these big judges running around. It's a deep wound in these people, I believe. I've studied human psychology for a very long time. Abnormal psychology. Specialty. My specialty. Hands-on. I've watched egos form in my child since she was very, very young. The big judge. You are no longer good enough for yourself because the big judge is always there, reminding you that you are not perfect. As I said before, you can never forgive yourself for not being what you wish to be. And that's the real problem. If you can change that, you can take care of your half of the relationship. The other half is not your problem. My best solution. Not my problem, it's my best solution. If you tell someone you love him and that person says, well, I don't love you, is that a reason for you to suffer? Just because someone rejects you doesn't mean you have to reject yourself. If one person doesn't love you, someone else will love you. There is always someone else, and it's better to be with someone who wants to be with you than to be with someone who has to be with you. That song just came to me. Mr. Big. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you feel it too. Right? Mine's strictly platonic with boys. Right now, I'm healing. I'm too busy becoming a goddess and using divine alchemy and mental transmutation to stay on my flow with the spirit. I don't have time to be distracted with the likes of men right now. Not like that. You have to focus on the most wonderful relationship you have. The relationship with yourself. My heart's already taken. It's not about being selfish. It's about self-love. These are not the same. You are selfish with yourself because there is no love. There's no love there. I'm talking about with your body, not things. You need to love yourself, and the love will grow more and more. Then, when you enter a relationship, you don't go into it because you need to be loved. It becomes a choice. So the next chapter, I think, is sex, the biggest demon in hell. This is on page 99. It is sex, the biggest demon in hell. You can choose someone if you want to, and you can see who he really is. When you don't need his love, you don't have to lie to yourself. You are complete. When love is coming out of you, you are not searching for love because you are afraid to be alone. When you have all that love for yourself, you can be alone and there's no problem. You are happy to be alone, and to share is also fun. Sharing is caring, except for STDs and needles. And fear, that's not very loving. Fear, chaos, and confusion, that's not very loving. We're here to love. If you like it, if I like you, and we go out together, is it because we want to be jealous? Because I have no need to control you. Or you have a need to control me? If it's going to be that way, it isn't fun. If I'm going to be criticized or judged, if I'm going to feel bad, then no thank you. Do people get together to have drama? To possess each other? To punish each other and be saved and play little games? No thanks. I'll pass. Is that really why they get together? It's like a Jerry Springer show. Of course, we have all those choices, but what are we really looking for? When we are children, 5, 6, or 7 years old, We are attracted to other children because we want to play. We want to have fun. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. We don't spend time with another child because we want to fight or have a big drama. That's what people do get together for a lot. That can happen, but it's going to be short-lived. We just keep playing and playing. And when we get bored, we change the game. We change the rules. But we are exploring all the time. This is a chance for new beginnings. If you go into a partnership to have drama, or for anything, if you're up in the world, up on stage for personal gain and drama, there's a lack of self-love. We need some serious healing going on. If you go into a partnership to have drama because you want to be jealous, because you want to be possessive, because you can want to control your partner or anyone else's life, you are not looking for fun. You're looking for pain, and that is what you're going to find. If you go into a relationship with selfishness, expecting that your partner or anyone else is going to make you happy, it will not happen. And it's not that person's fault if it's your own. You got yourself into your own mess. Just open your heart and your mind, or your eyes and your eyes. Is it really fair to feel this way inside? Oh, baby, it's not that person's fault. It's your own. When we go into a relationship of any kind, it is because we want to share. We want to joy. We to enjoy. We want to have fun. We don't want to be bored. If we look for a partner, it is because we want to play. We want to be happy and enjoy what we are, divine spiritual beings. We don't choose a partner just to give that person we claim, to love all our garbage, to put all our jealousy, all our anger, all our selfishness into that person. How can someone tell you, I love you, and then mistreat you? Anybody that laughs and goes along with bully behavior, you're like Apostle Paul, who was once Saul, and he was blind until he could hear the Lord, and then he could see. Bully behavior, laughing, that's like stoning people. How can someone tell you they love you and they mistreat you and abuse you, humiliate you, and disrespect you? That person may claim to love you, but is it really love? What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? Hello, Love Day. Is that Emanuelo? I'm sorry you were bullied your whole life. I'm so glad you're here. Divine timing. I'm watching humans do it to each other. And it is called abuse, religious abuse of the spirit. If it's used in God's name, if humans are bullying and diminishing the spirit in anyone else. Yeah, it is, honey. And this needs a lot of correction, what's going on. If we love, we want what's best for those we love. And this is why I keep going. And I'm going to keep standing up and speaking it back. I'm going to call out all the bullshit I'm watching. Why put our garbage into our own children? Why abuse our brothers and sisters with words and ways? Because we are full of fear and emotional poison. Why blame our parents or anyone else for our own garbage? People learn to become selfish and to close their hearts so tightly. They are starving for love, not knowing that the heart is a magical kitchen. Your heart is a magical kitchen. Open your heart. Open your magical kitchen and refuse to walk around the world begging for love. In your heart is all the love you need. Safe in the treasure chest with the lungs, the breath of life. Everything humans are searching for. In your heart is all the love you need. Your heart can create any amount of love, not just for yourself, but for the whole world. Oh my goodness sakes, Emmanuel. I am so sorry to hear that. Oh, you're so beloved. Emmanuel Loveday. I'm so very sorry that happened to you. We really focus on healing those things here on this channel. I am so sorry to hear that. And I promise there's help and hope. And I'll keep bringing faith, hope, and love until you can get your joy back in your heart. It's 9/11, Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Love Day. I just lost my only child who was abused by her father. Emmanuel. Love Day. My child was abused by her father. And I know she's here in her spirit now. An angel. And she's not suffering anymore. And that we can learn how to love again. Thank you for sharing that and being here. There's hope and healing. I hope you stick around. I hope you know how especially essential you are by our beloved Creator, our great and wonderful Holy Spirit. Emmanuel, are you still here? This is an amazing movie that really helped me in winter during the holidays. When I fainted and I hurt myself. And I had no choice but to be still. "2017, that was the total solar eclipse. I can't believe this. I read this in prison. Oh, wonderful Emmanuel. Thank you for being here. We're here to heal this. Check out that little clip when you're done. Thank you for subscribing. I'm so glad you're here. This movie really helped me so much. It says it's a Christian movie and this man didn't believe in God. He was so badly beaten by his father that he didn't believe in God. So God sent him a Southern Baptist goddess to give him the love that he needed. I'm so sorry you lost your mother too. I just lost my little girl. 9/9 of 2020. And I really miss her a lot. But I know she's here with me. Opiates and pharmaceuticals. My child, my sweet little baby. I just had my first Mother's Day without her. And somebody told me to get over it. And I don't take it personally. But I don't understand what's going on with humans. So I allow myself to cry. And I hope, Emmanuel, that you get up and sing too. Yes, God, always speaking to us. That's a wonderful movie. Maybe you could watch sometime. Such a wonderful movie. Where are you at, Emmanuel Loveday? I like that name. Emmanuel, Emmanuel. Elohim, Elohim. Why hast thou forsaken me? The Elohim, the gods and the goddesses. Elohim, Elohim. Emmanuel. And they called him Emmanuel. Loveday. And we're free flow for love over here. And we're talking about love. That almost just makes me want to cry. And send you great big hugs. And your mama's a warrior angel right there with you. We're never left behind and forgotten about. Sending you all my love. All my love and hugs and prayers. You can give your love with no conditions. You can be generous with your love because you have a magical kitchen in your heart. Then all those starving people who believe the heart is closed will always want to be near you for your love. Oh, sending you so much love. I got British and Scottish roots. We got a lot of people in the UK here now. You're so welcome here. I'm so glad that you're here. A lot of my subscribers have been through similar things. I've been abused as well. Many times, and we focus on healing. All of this is really focusing on healing trauma and abuse on this channel. And so right now, Jamie keeps sharing my videos on Vegan Realist. And it's a good thing. But there's also going to be a lot of thumbs down coming. Because it's a wide variety, huge platform. 6.6K people. So I'm grateful. But it's like you never know who's going to pop in. We were a small channel. And it's growing so fast. And I'm just watching all these different personalities, where people's heads are at in their judgments and their beliefs. They were brutally cruel to me earlier in that chat. And I just kind of had to look at it. If I took a lot of things personally, I don't think I would have been able to handle it. They don't understand my child passed away not long ago. And this was my first Mother's Day without her. And to not have that kind of mercy. And there were people laughing about it and calling me bitches. And they don't understand I've been abused and bullied my whole life. And that Jesus chooses us. I'm not kidding. Us. Blessed are we. Matthew 5. You can give your love with no conditions. You can be generous with your love. Because you have a magical kitchen in your heart. Then all those starving people who believe the heart is closed will always want to be near you for your love. What makes you happy is love coming out of you. And if you are generous with your love, everyone is going to love you. You are never going to be alone if you are generous. If you are selfish, you are always going to be alone. And there is no one to blame but you. Yes, you can either call me free flow. I love vegan realist. Some of those people, I love everybody. I don't love the way people were talking to me. I teach how to correct all of this. I don't love all of that behavior, being mean to me. I didn't get up there to be mean, and I'm getting attacked by people. My name is Heather Dawn, or you can call me Free Flow. I just flipped the E's backwards. I'm learning how to decode all of their little stuff. I go around all these mountains. I've been already doing this for a while now. All those starving people starving for love. You are never going to be alone if you're generous. If you are selfish, you are always going to be alone, and there is no one to blame but yourself. You. Your generosity will open all the doors, not your selfishness. Yes, free flow, friend. It's free flow for love is what it's supposed to be. That's what my YouTube is under. Free flow for love. That's it. They call me Free Flow. Some people call me Heather. If you're Dean over on 1111 code, he's over in the UK and he says, Heather's in the building. Heather's in the building. You give her a spot of tea. So when he comes, I say, Dean's in the building. Dean's in the building. We focus on art and creating. Over here, music therapy, healing. Bringing us all positivity. Thank you so much for being here. Dean's in the building. Could I fancy you for a spot of tea? Your generosity will open all the doors, not your selfishness. Selfishness comes from poverty in the heart, from the belief that love is not abundant. Greed and hoarding comes from the belief that there's not enough for everyone. We become selfish when we believe that maybe tomorrow we won't have any pizza. You are a mod for 1111 code. You're wonderful, Emmanuel. Let's give you a moderator. Give you a moderator key. I got to keep an eye on people and make sure they're not tricking me now. I might give the wrench to the wrong person too fast. My kindness might get taken for weakness. I just had to transmute a bunch of hate earlier and I didn't appreciate it. It was straight brutal. He said he was going to come over and brutally do sexual things to me. You don't say that to sex abuse survivors. I am not kidding. He said he needs to apologize. I think the whole channel does. For the way they talk to sex abuse survivors. And the way they're mocking gay people. Honestly. They need to make a public apology. I'm not kidding. He said he was going to come and do brutal, sexual, demonic sounding things to me. It sounded pretty satanic over there today on Jamie's channel. It said War with Israel, the title. And I got up there and that's what they did. And they laughed about it. I'm not kidding. And they all laughed, and even some of them called me a bitch and called me crazy. And I am a sex abuse survivor. I am the children in cages. And they do need to apologize. I'm going to say something to Jamie myself on Facebook or send him an email. I will never get up there, and I don't even want him sharing my videos. Although we did find you, Emmanuel. I almost am sick thinking of the way they talk about people. And to me. And I'm really fasting. And connected to. Yes, I'm concerned about the way they're talking about that stuff. All of it. Even Jimmy and Sasquatch going back and forth. It's got me in the middle, is what happened here. And I don't like it. So I'm not fucking playing along with this game. I don't know what's going on. And they're both battling, and I'm in the middle is what's happened here. Yeah. And the bullying is what caused my child to have opiates. And it's bully. It is predatory, narcissistic behavior is what it is. I am a sex abuse survivor. And I'll be blessed if I sit around and allow people to do that. If I don't sit around. They put me in the middle is what's happened. And I almost think that Sasquatch was trying to protect me from that happening, from this happening. I truly do. 6'9". Cancer. The Selma David 69. It is not good, and it put me right in the middle is what's happened. Whatever they have going on between them is not me. And I don't want my channel shared if that's what they're going to do. If that's the goal. They talk about gays and LGBT and trans people. I've been watching it. Listening. Seeing what people are really all about. And my child was transgender. Because of sex abuse in my story. And if people are going to sit around and talk about people, they better get something else to talk about. They better find another channel. So it's not coincidence that you were led here today. Emmanuel Love Day. We need to come together. Love heals. Love heals. All we need is love. Do, 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 do. How simple is that? How long have these people been saying around this? Selfishness comes from poverty of the heart. Pride as well. From the belief that love is not abundant. We become selfish when we believe that maybe tomorrow we won't have any pizza. I'm going to go back and see what that guy said. I'm going to take screenshots of it. That's threats, actually. We become selfish when we believe that maybe tomorrow we won't have pizza. But when we know that our heart is a magical kitchen, we are always generous and forgiving, right? I'll even forgive. But if not, I might have to say something else. We are always generous, and our love is completely unconditional. People don't even realize what others are going through with their fucking bully behavior. At all. Predatory bully behavior. And then Sasquatch came in and started giving me revelations for using cards. And then went over and started messing with Allie. And it's like a chain reaction of the bully gang or something. And I get up and read the Bible. I don't just watch flat earth videos and conspiracy theories all the time and claim to have the truth. I'm actually doing this work for people to come over here judging me. I'm about sick of all of it. It's like you acted like he was trying to protect me and get me to not like Jamie. And then all of a sudden he's judging my cards. He said, Jamie said something about me before. I said, all right, whatever. That's not my problem. Telling me how bad of a person Jamie was. It's only like, I know if they damn listen. They are going to learn to listen if they get blocked. I ain't joking. They will be blocked. I might be able to block it and not have my videos shared. We were quite comfy over here minding our own business. As a matter of fact, I was in Dean's chat, and Dean made a shout-out video for me. And that is how I met Sassy and Vegan Realist. And this is not even funny. when you're threatening to do sexual harm to a girl, a sex abuse survivor, a grieving woman, mother who lost their only child right after Mother's Day. I'm going to go back and watch that motherfucker, actually. Because now that I'm thinking about all the things he said, I think I was just trying to ignore it earlier and not overreact. But the one who's hosting it is the one who needs to say something. To allow it, right, is not healthy boundaries or respect for me. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Let me see where I come in at.
The CCP, like if you don't consent, then they have no power over you. I mean, they can't. Well, they actually.
I am going to go back.
What they're doing is just taking something out of nature and then...
They start talking about cannabis and it's good. It's going to be a good one, right? I got up there because I'm trying to teach them about CBD and CBG. It's... Here we are. Here we are. They think I'm nuts.
Its treatment on just having an effect on us. It's having an effect on our environment, an unforeseen effect.
Leo told me to be good
All
too.
everybody needs to do is search antidepressants in the ocean and their effects. It's
I'll see what it says myself.
behave in unusual and unbeneficial to the natural manner.
I want to see who's laughing.
Have been affected in the same. I think we're done. If you know what I mean. Once we've poisoned the oceans, we're done. So we need to sort ourselves out. I'm going to leave you.
He's saying that the psychotropics are going into our land. I am going to go back here. Right here.
Very good topic.
Very good topic, I said. I want to get up and talk about cannabis. That's what I got up there for. To talk about stopping psych meds. Music therapy. Music therapy is what I said I focus on my channel. And these other two guys that were up there first really said it was that they were interested.
Buddy boy in the chat, and that's actually true. Those pills are blocking the pineal gland. Not only are they destroying, they're cutting off the connection to spirit. When I got off of those pills, you can actually feel yourself come back alive. The same way alcohol calcifies the pineal gland. All the chemicals can calcify the pineal gland, which is the land flowing with milk and honey.
So I'm going to go. Looks like I've got some stuff to go pay attention to. Because if I was actually threatened,
If you get your energy flowing and sing your hallelujah,
anybody's threatening sexual harm on another,
for the good things, that's when miracles happen.
Yeah, but again, Johnson, music is...
I love you. I'm going to go check this out. I love you all so much. Have a blessed and beautiful night. I will catch you on the flip side. Keep shining, superstars. Thank you so much for joining us, Emmanuel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got to get some rest. Sweet dreams. Sleep with the angels. Yeah, it is meant to be. It was meant to be. Actually, you know what I told Sasquatch? That they were sent to me for a lesson. I'm not kidding. So that's why this stuff has been called love lessons. I'm not kidding. That's what I said. I think I'm being sent everywhere for love lessons. Always divine timing. Love Lessons 101. I do got this. So keep on sharing it. And I'll keep popping in and correcting this horrible behavior. I will keep correcting this threatening behavior. I did say it in the chat. That's what I said. It's intimidation.
Yes.
I said it's actually called stalking and narcissistic predatory behavior. And they busted up laughing. Have a beautiful night, sweetie. It's a love lesson 424 and 819 for all the haters. Can't see them with my love glasses on. Sweet dreams, sweetie pie.